Hey there, science fans. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of pharmaceuticals. It's a world where precision and purity are paramount, especially when it comes to water. You might be thinking, water, that's it? But trust me, in the pharmaceutical industry, water is more than just a thirst quencher. It's a critical ingredient. From dissolving medications to cleaning equipment, water plays a vital role in almost every stage of pharmaceutical manufacturing. But here's the catch, not just any water will do. We need ultra-pure, practically perfect water to ensure the safety and effectiveness of the medicines we rely on. That's where water system validation comes in. Think of it like a rigorous testing program for the entire water system. It's all about proving that the system consistently produces water that meets the strictest quality standards. We're talking about removing impurities you can't even see without a microscope. This validation process is crucial for protecting public health and ensuring that every pill, injection, or syrup is safe and effective. So, buckle up as we explore the ins and outs of water system validation in the pharmaceutical industry. We'll uncover the different types of pharmaceutical-grade water, the rigorous testing involved, and the importance of meticulous documentation. Get ready to quench your thirst for knowledge. Now let's talk about the stars of the show, the different types of pharmaceutical-grade water. You see, not all water is created equal, especially in the pharmaceutical world. Depending on its intended use, water needs to meet specific purity levels. First up, we have purified water, or PW. PW is like the workhorse of the pharmaceutical industry. It's used for a wide range of tasks, from washing equipment to preparing solutions. PW undergoes a rigorous purification process to remove impurities like dissolved salts, organic compounds, and microbes. Next, we have water for injection, or WFI. As the name suggests, WFI is the ultimate standard for purity. It's used in the production of injectable medications, ophthalmic solutions, that's for your eyes, and other products where even the tiniest contaminant could be harmful. WFI is produced through processes like distillation or reverse osmosis, ensuring it's free from even the most minute impurities. Lastly, we have buffered water. This type of water is specially formulated to resist changes in pH, which is a measure of acidity or alkalinity. Buffered water is often used in medications or processes that require a stable pH level to maintain the product's effectiveness. Before we even think about turning on the taps, we need to make sure our water system is designed for success. This is where design qualification, or DQ, comes in. Think of DQ as the blueprint for our water system. It's all about defining the system's requirements, selecting the right equipment, and ensuring it aligns with industry standards and regulations. During the DQ phase, we carefully consider factors like the intended use of the water, the required purity levels, and the volume of water needed. We also select appropriate purification technologies, such as filtration, reverse osmosis, or ultraviolet disinfection, to effectively remove specific impurities. The DQ process involves creating detailed documentation, including drawings, specifications, and risk assessments. This documentation serves as a roadmap for the entire validation process, ensuring that every step meets the predefined requirements. It's like building a house. You need a solid blueprint before you start laying bricks. With our blueprint in hand, it's time to start building. Installation qualification, or IQ, is all about verifying that the water system is installed according to the approved design specifications. This step involves meticulous checks to ensure that every pipe, valve, filter, and instrument is in the right place and properly connected. Think of it like assembling a complex puzzle. We carefully follow the instructions, making sure each piece fits perfectly. During IQ, we document everything from the calibration certificates of instruments to the welding records of pipes. This documentation provides evidence that the installation adheres to the design specifications, minimizing the risk of errors or deviations. The IQ process also includes testing the system's components to verify their functionality. This might involve running water through the system, checking for leaks, and ensuring that all alarms and safety devices are working correctly. By the end of IQ, we have a fully assembled water system that's ready for the next stage of validation. Section 5, Operational Qualification, making sure it works. Now that our water system is built, it's time to see if it can dance. Operational Qualification, or OQ, is like a test drive for the system. It involves running the system under various operating conditions to demonstrate that it can consistently produce water that meets the required quality standards. During OK, we challenge the system by varying parameters like flow rate, temperature, and pressure. We want to see how the system performs under different conditions and ensure that it can handle the demands of daily operation. Throughout OK, we meticulously collect water samples and analyze them to verify that the system consistently produces water that meets the predefined purity specifications. The OQ process also includes testing the system's alarms, controls, and safety features to ensure they are functioning correctly. This might involve simulating different scenarios, such as a power outage or a pump failure, to verify that the system responds appropriately and maintains water quality. Section 6. Performance Qualification. The proof is in the water. Our water system has passed all the tests so far, but the final exam is Performance Qualification, or PQ. This stage is all about proving that the system can consistently produce high-quality water under actual operating conditions over an extended period. Think of PQ as the long-term observation phase. We continuously monitor the system's performance and collect water samples at regular intervals to ensure that the water quality remains within the defined limits. PQ typically lasts for several weeks or even months, depending on the complexity of the system and the intended use of the water. During PQ, we analyze the collected data to identify trends, variability, and any potential issues. This data-driven approach provides a comprehensive understanding of the system's performance and allows us to make any necessary adjustments to optimize its operation. By the end of PQ, we have solid evidence that the water system can consistently deliver high-quality water, meeting the stringent demands of the pharmaceutical industry. Section 7. Testing the water's parameters and procedures. Now that we understand the validation stages, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of water testing. To ensure our pharmaceutical-grade water is truly pure, we need to analyze it for a range of parameters using specific testing methods. One crucial parameter is conductivity, which measures the water's ability to conduct electricity. High conductivity indicates the presence of dissolved ions, which could be impurities. We also measure total organic carbon, or TOC, which tells us how much organic matter is present. Too much TOC can affect the stability and efficacy of pharmaceutical products. Microbial testing is another essential aspect. We need to make sure our water is free from harmful bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms. This involves culturing water samples on different growth media to detect any microbial growth. We also test for endotoxins, which are pyrogens or fever-causing substances released by certain bacteria. Finally, we monitor pH levels to ensure the water is within the acceptable range for its intended use. These tests are typically conducted using calibrated instruments and validated methods to ensure accuracy and reliability. Section 8. Documentation and compliance, keeping records straight. In the world of pharmaceuticals, documentation is king. Every step of the water system validation process from DQ to PQ needs to be meticulously documented. This documentation serves as proof that the system meets all the required standards and regulations. We're talking about detailed records of everything: design specifications, installation procedures, test results, deviations, corrective actions, and more. This documentation is crucial for demonstrating compliance with regulatory agencies like the FDA in the United States or the EMA in Europe. Proper documentation ensures traceability, meaning we can track every batch of water back to its source and identify any potential issues. It also allows for audits and inspections by regulatory bodies, demonstrating that the water system is validated and operating in a controlled and compliant manner. Section 9. Ensuring quality over time, requalification and monitoring. Water system validation isn't a one-time event, it's an ongoing process. Once the system is validated, we need to make sure it stays that way. That's where requalification and continuous monitoring come in. Regular monitoring involves routinely collecting water samples, and analyzing them for critical parameters. This helps us detect any changes or trends in water quality that might indicate a problem with the system. Requalification is like a system checkup. It's a periodic assessment to confirm that the system is still operating within the validated parameters. The frequency of requalification depends on factors like the complexity of the system and the risk associated with the water's intended use. Requalification might involve reviewing documentation, recalibrating instruments, performing preventative maintenance, and conducting some of the tests performed during the initial validation. By embracing continuous monitoring and periodic requalification, we ensure that our water system consistently produces high-quality water, meeting the stringent demands of the pharmaceutical industry, and most importantly, safeguarding public health. So there you have it, folks. Water system validation is a critical process in the pharmaceutical industry, ensuring that the water used in medications and manufacturing is of the highest purity. By understanding the different types of pharmaceutical water, the rigorous validation stages, and the importance of testing, documentation, and continuous monitoring, we can all appreciate the vital role that clean water plays in keeping us healthy. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep those questions bubbling.